Let's bring back our legal panel, Michael Bixson, Eklund Mercy, and live in San Diego, defense attorney Dodd Ghassemkhani. Dodd, I'm going to go to you first. Are you familiar with that area that Jane Doe described in terms of, when she alleged that Kellen Winslow took her across this fence, and then there was a bunch of restaurants and dry cleaners? Are you familiar with that area?
Absolutely. It's an area right off of the 5 freeway. When you're driving on the 5 freeway heading southbound, if you look to the right, you can see that shopping center, you can see the sushi restaurant, and you can clearly see from the 5 freeway that back alley where she's saying the alleged incident took place.
So my question is, do you think that the jurors maybe canvassed this area, or maybe it's so popular that they probably already know what this area looks like? And I'm asking this because I don't think that the defense's private investigator was as effective in his illustration or his explanation, like our very own Ted Rowlands. I'm not being biased. I just think that with the video and how he timed it, and it was just a great visual for us to really understand the proximity between the fence and this restaurant. So do you think the jurors are familiar with this area? And if not, do you think that they actually went out there to get more of an understanding?
Well, the second part of that question, did they actually go out there? I would hope not. I mean, the judge is telling them that they can't, independently investigate or go out to the scene. So I'm hoping that none of the jurors actually went out to the scene to do their own independent investigation. Now, as far as are some of the jurors aware of the shopping center? Have any of them been to that shopping center? Now, if there are any jurors from the Carlsbad, Encinitas area, then it's almost guaranteed they've been to that shopping center. It's a pretty busy shopping center. It's right off of the freeway. There's various restaurants, there's a grocery store, and there's a 24-hour fitness. But look, the problem I'm having with Jane Doe 1's testimony is not so much the fact that she didn't run away or she didn't, scream for help because the restaurant was 10, 15 seconds away. We can't really get into the mind of a victim and argue to the jury, well, she should have ran away. This is what she should have done. We don't know. The problem I'm having with that Jane Doe is, Mr. Winslow is a pretty big, imposing individual. He's 6'4". He's very well known in that area. Mm-hmm. He's well known in the Encinitas, Carlsbad area. So, why would somebody of, Mr. Winslow's stature, everybody knows Mr. Winslow, pull up in the back of that parking lot with this big Hummer and get out of the car and jump over the fence and be naked? So that's part of the story to me doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I never even really thought about that. Maybe because his defense attorneys never really denied that happened, but more so questioned why she didn't do anything about it. So that's a really interesting point you just made, Dodd. What do you say to that, Michael? I never even thought about that.
So, and I completely agree in part in that, most importantly, people start talking a lot about why didn't she run to the restaurant or why didn't she run here? She had a phone. She could have called 911 after. Forget trying to run away while being raped. Why didn't she call 911?